Oftentimes in life, you're going to go through certain periods and times where things don't make sense. And you will tell yourself this. You will talk to yourself about this. And in your mind, the voices are just like, this don't make sense. Nothing makes sense. This is just what? Like these things will happen at certain points in your life. And I'm here to tell you that nothing is ever going to make sense until it makes sense. You'll question a lot of things. You will question why that girl that you talked to decided to play games and not get something real going with yourself. You'll question yourself why that career path you try to take did not work out. And it just didn't make sense. It's like, is that girl stupid? Like what? Like what's going on? And you try to make sense of it, but nothing like that makes sense until something comes around to make things make sense. And maybe that career path that you took, that you were going down, that you were working hard towards, just didn't come to fruition. And you couldn't make sense of it at the time, but then you kept going on in life and other things happened, and it's like, I would want nothing more than what's going on right now, and I don't even want what I used to try to go after. So it makes sense now why that didn't happen, so something else could. This is a huge meaning of life, guys, and I believe you are in the perfect position right now as you stand from what God's plan is doing for your life. Do not second guess the timing of your life. Do not second guess what God is doing. Do not do it. He's not going to put you in a position that's going to disfavor you. I don't even think that's a word, but not favor you. He's only going to put you in situations that favor you. He's only going to take that career path away from you that you were trying to get going to your advantage, to put something else into play that's much better, that has much greater purpose. He's only going to take certain females out of your life to put a better one in your favor. You had to learn some lessons. You had to learn what you don't like in order to learn what you like. Because maybe if you were just given what you liked right away, maybe you would have taken it for granted. Maybe. But now that you've learned what's out there and then all of a sudden something just appears, you understand exactly why things happened the way they happened. You understand it. There is nothing worse than taking something for granted, which is a mistake I've never made. But I have seen others make that mistake. And there's actually a quote that I took a screenshot of earlier today. A lot of people mess up something good by looking for something better to end up with something worse. That is facts. And that is a price those people are going to have to pay. Don't make those mistakes. That is why you may have been gifted with so many tough situations, to learn from those tough situations, to prepare yourself for that really good situation that was going to come, that you would not take for granted, ever. So, things happen in a strange way, folks. You cannot second guess your life. You can't second guess the timing that God has for you. You have to have full faith every single day and not let doubt start to get you down and weigh you down and put you in a bad state. You have to be in a good state. You have to fight to be in that good state and have proper faith in every situation. Everything you're experiencing right now and today is supposed to be happening And some of it might be harsh. Some of you might be in the hardest positions, situations that you're currently experiencing. It's supposed to be happening. You have to be ready for what's to come, brothers and sisters. You have to be ready because something special is coming. But you have to be ready for it, and you might not be. You might think you are, but you might not be. And it might be close. I don't know. Some of you are all at different stages right now. I've gone through many stages myself, and it's like, it was hard to make sense of certain things, and it was hard to make sense of why things would fall out with certain girls I talked to in the past, and it's like, it just didn't make sense. Until all of a sudden, the math starts to math. Things start to make more sense as to why things happened the way they happened, and that's life. You have to learn. You got to learn quick. Fail fast, fail early, fail often, and learn. Because you're going to be one step closer to glory. You're going to be one step closer every single day to the things that's supposed to be in your life, to the things that God is doing for yourself. You really have to understand this, regardless of what age you're at, regardless of who you are, regardless of where you're at. You're being tested all the time, and you have to take these tests personal. Personal as in, it doesn't matter what comes my way, I'm going to make the right decisions. And I'm going to maneuver correctly for whatever's going on. That's what I'm going to do. Nothing's going to be that forced. Things will be very natural. And you have to let things be very natural and just kind of flow of life, but also work very hard with a flow. And have the ability to let go so you can grow. And even in this process, things ain't going to make that much sense, but it will start to. Slowly but surely, it'll start to. And that's where you want to be. You gain more overall confidence in life and the way you're moving, and have more belief in the things you're doing. And you'll start to gain more belief of your own surroundings, the people that's around you. Because sometimes things have to come crashing down, bro. Sometimes you were around a lot of people in the past, and all of that had to come crashing down because that was not the people you were meant to keep going on in life with. Not at all. Like, not at all. That was a very temporary thing, and it was meant to be when it was meant to be. But when you're meant for a lot in this world, when you were chosen for something, things is going to fall and crash hard, and you have to be prepared for these realities. Because nothing stays the same forever. Things are always changing, things are always moving, and special things will happen. If you just make the right decisions and stay locked in, the right things will happen. You can bet on it. So, things will not make sense a lot of the time. You will be at certain ages, things are going to be happening at those ages, and you just question, like, this don't make sense. But it's not supposed to. You just have to keep making the right decisions and have faith. It's called faith. I had to have faith, bro. There was points I had nothing. I was outside walking around, doing little videos of myself, telling everyone else to have faith. Like have faith, and people would watch that, they would comment on it and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people don't have faith. I always had faith. Always. You have to have it. You have to live every single day like everything you wanted is already happening. That's what faith is. You have faith in the process. You have faith on your mission. You have the faith. Very important. Instead of letting self-doubt just start to cripple you and crush you down, and you start to doubt every single thing because you're not moving with strength. And if you don't move with strength, do you understand what's going to happen? You're going to make the most weak cut decisions and not even recognize that you are because of your lack of faith. If you had faith, you'd be moving with more confidence. You'd be doing more things that's good. You wouldn't be crippled. You wouldn't, because if you start to doubt yourself and start to question everything, you start to move in a very weak type of way. It makes you a weak person, and now you're further away from the things that's actually meant to be in your life because you're messing up. You just don't tell yourself you're messing up, but you're messing up. And I'm here to hold you accountable to tell you you're messing up. You have to move with faith. You have to walk and live and breathe your own life. It's just yourself. It's just you. And it's the decisions that you make that's going to propel you forward into your future. And you're solidifying your future by having strength, by showing it, by speaking and saying, I'm going to move with faith. I have faith. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this. It doesn't make sense right now. Things don't make sense right now, but it's going to make sense. And I'm going to make it make sense because I'm going to keep doing what's right because I have faith. That's what it takes. A lot of people don't understand it because they let those moments where it's like they don't get why certain things are happening. They let those moments make them weak. They don't even recognize it, but it does do that to you. And if you move like that, you're going to come off like that. You're going to propel things away from you, not propel things towards yourself. You're propelling everything away because you're moving weak. You have to have strength. You have to have endurance. You have to have patience. You have to have faith. Every day. You have to fight for your life every single day. It's going to be a fight. Every day. And you don't get off track. You don't start to go and do the most randomest stuff 24/7. You stay locked in. There's times where you have to get away from people, bro, like you don't understand. There's times you just, it's your life. Like if you want to go and entertain everybody else and try to go with your friends this weekend and do this, do that, and just do a whole bunch of random stuff with random people, what do you think's going to happen? You're just a floater. Mark my words. If you're that type of person, nothing significant is going to happen. Nothing. You need a small circle, if anything, and you have to move with your people, if anything. It's yourself, and at best, it's a few people around you who's all moving in the exact same direction. Yes. You need faith. You need faith in yourself. You need faith in your surroundings. You need faith in your current position. I don't care if you're living at home with a toxic family member or whatever's going on. You have to have faith. This ain't going to last forever. I'm going to do my best right now. I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to change my life. Because I am going to be strong. Because I am going to make the right decisions. Because I know I am God gifted. I know I'm chosen for something. So you go out there and you do it. Do not let the world cripple you. Do not let things cripple you. You got to go out there and get it, bro. You got to go out there and get it. Make it known. There's times you have to take breaks away from people. Like I said, like you got to not see your family for a while. You just, it's what it has to be. You not think people on certain career paths that they're on get away from their family. Of course they do, bro. Look at the people in the military. You might have to go through times where you don't see family for a year, 2, 3, or whatever's going on. That's what the occasion calls for. It's called purpose. It's called duty. Call of duty. Like literally, like more people in the world have to realize this. It's not about being coddled all the time. It's not about like all the stuff where you're just like, there's a saying, it's all about family and stuff like this. I get it, but at the same time, if you want to build your own family, it's about yourself too. It's about you and your purpose and your mission as well. Because that involves family. You have to be the man or woman you're destined to be. You cannot mess this up. You cannot mess this up. And it's going to take faith. It's going to take a lot of passion. Never give up. Never, never, never give up. When I had nothing, bro, I was walking down my street. I'd walk by these churches and there'd be sayings up on this big board every different week. There'd be these sayings. I'd take pictures of them, and one of them said, God will lead you along the right path. And it was like, it's in the Bible. But it literally said that, and it struck me. That one stood out specifically. I posted it on my page. It's not there no more, but I posted it on my Instagram at the time. And people was probably looking at that like mocking it or something, or thinking it's like silly or whatever a bunch of clowns want to think. But I felt it deeply. God will lead you along the right path. This was back in 2019. And I had faith. And I just knew things would go accordingly, and life can change very fast, folks. Like, extremely fast life can change. If you're just willing to make the right moves 24/7 and live and breathe your own life and understand it's going to take every single thing you have inside of yourself to make things work out the way it's supposed to work out. And with that being said, I wish everybody nothing but the best on their own journeys, their personal lives. It's going to take everything you have, bro, but it's worth it. Give it every single thing you have. Get focused. Stop getting so lost. Stop doing so many mindless things and get centered. Get that focus back. Get that ambition back. Get that focus back, bro. Get that focus back. Lock in. Put all your energy into the best things that you're doing and have faith doing it. God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.